A live look at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. It's the Eastern Michigan Eagles and the Wisconsin Badgers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you get to Madison, Wisconsin, you know you're someplace special when you walk into Camp Randall Stadium. This is one of the largest and oldest stadiums in the country, opening in 1917. The students make it special. Every time there's a cool moment in the third and fourth quarter, Camp Randall continues to prove one of the best home field advantages in the Big Ten. Back to you.
All right, Holly. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Badgers offense will have the football first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He has become a key piece of this offense.
Well, it's a program time and time again, whether it's Heisman trophies, All-Americans, first-round draft picks, it always seem to have really good running backs. And how nice is it, David, as an offense, year in, year out? You know there's somebody you can turn around and hand the football off to, and you can get explosive plays. And I think it's no different with this offense this year based on who they've got in the backfield.
Well, and it's just kind of crazy thinking about the list of guys and how they've developed them so well over the years. And it just adds on each other. When you start walking through their facility, it's like, holy cow, he played here, and him, and him, and him. And so just having that guy at that spot, it settles everything down in an offense. And it also makes you have some swag, too, because we got a dude at the running back spot that will make plays.
Here's a little room there. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Joseph on the play action. Working that left side now. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Throwing Joseph. Gets it to him on the screen. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. And the Badgers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They go play action with Joseph. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now after the sack, there is a man still down. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Joseph fires left, and they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
4th down, Joseph. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Catch in the middle. It's Mack. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Got a man. It's Isaac.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
The Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Makes the grab. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Goes to the option. Maybe a crease. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting inside.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Makes a connection. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well. He really helps out the running game because he's not in a rush. He just takes his time and carves his way through the defense.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Throwing Joseph. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rigby. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Badgers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
That's caught. It's Harris. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
To the ground with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Joseph. Complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Throwing Joseph. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Here comes the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bennett. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The play action fake. Right on the money. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Huge play. Puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They're going to run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Joseph. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably. Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Eastern Michigan's offense takes the field to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Hold and fire complete. Man, those sweet feet could dance on a light bulb. He's out to the 23. And the Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running inside. It's Bennett. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. He's got enough for the first down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Throwing Joseph. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Badgers trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Wisconsin! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. He'll bring it out. It's James. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, on the Eagles sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Kim. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The RPO, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. And guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Isaac. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Got rid of it just in time.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Zings it complete to the right. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Eastern Michigan going fast. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. It's Bennett. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Grabs it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And that's a frustrating run right there for this offense. 3rd and goal, man, trying to be physical, pound the football, can't do it, get stopped for a loss, and now it's 4th and goal. And I think because of the situation, still early in this football game, multiple possession lead, you might just want to kick the field goal, cut into this lead a little bit.
Number 46, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. He'll be stopped for no gain, and we're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the first half. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 10 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Scarlet Knights, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season.
Just about set to get this second half underway. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking TGT.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Caught behind the line. It's Blackwell. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Finds his man. It's Mack. He's at the... and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And he makes the extra point. They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that.
Set to advance on the football.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Quarterback stands alone. All wide receivers. Joseph. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Throwing Joseph. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready. 22.
From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much. Makes the grab and room to run. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Kim. Under fire. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hauls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Takes it on the return. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Kim. Quickly complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
quick release on the RPO. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Joseph fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on second down.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on the...
Maybe some room here. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Badgers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Eastern Michigan's offense takes the field to get this drive started. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there he goes. Picks up the first down. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Kim. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Let's see what they've got on second down. Rides to the back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun on third down, Joseph. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Badgers will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Kim. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Looking down the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Gonna look downfield again. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And the quarterback...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Wants to throw. It's Kim. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Throwing Joseph. Here's the pressure.
I love the play call on defense. You got the offense backed up. How can you create a safety? How can you bring pressure? How can you get someone home to the QB and try to get those 2 points up on the scoreboard? They almost got it, bringing the QB down at the 1 yard line.
And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on third and long from the 1. Backed up in their own end. Just find some breathing room. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. On his way back from the 20.
The return is tackled down at the 29. And the Eastern Michigan offense will take
Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Off the RPO, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Eastern Michigan going fast.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. The run inside. It's Bennett. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Eagles are flying down the field.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Breaks into the open. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Under fire, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And the Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to pass, it's Kim. Makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way. But you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a deep...
The offense coughs it up. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the 20. Can you believe that? Scooped up that fumble and took it all the way back for 2. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Joseph throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. So the defense uses a timeout here. 2:08 remaining on the clock. They didn't want it to get down to the 2-minute stoppage. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Gets it. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet stick. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Offense in a bunch formation. They send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Finds the tight end. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Finds his big tight end. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job.
Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. They feed him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. From the red zone, it's Jackson. Tripped up for the tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Throwing Joseph. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Dropping back, it's Kim. He's taking a deep shot. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field. Seemingly it will.